Hi traders, welcome to Currency House free online presentation webinar, and today we'll talk about identifying chart setups. Lots of people are attending our webinars and watching the video lessons at the YouTube channel and the newest website, and some of them started to ask us questions like, look guys, we don't really understand what are the things you are talking about. So we have received lots of questions asking to have some kind of basics to understand very simple, very easy things, and that's why we have decided to talk about something which is very simple and very easy, just like for the beginners, but at the same time, you know the expression that money never sleeps. So we will talk about basics today. We will talk about how to identify charts, how to make trading lines, and how to use technical analysis. Very simple, very easy things, but at the same time we will look at these things on exact live charts. So we will try to see some good examples, and we'll try to share with you a couple of trading ideas for upcoming days. So I'm sure that you will find this video interesting, and please sit back and enjoy the lesson. So the main topics, we'll talk about basics of technical analysis. We'll talk how to identify the trend, how to understand what is the trend, when it occurs, and the main thing is how to draw very simple things like a trend line. So we'll draw support lines, we'll draw resistance lines, and we'll try to understand how to use that, how to benefit, and how to make profit of that. We'll talk about simple moving averages, which is one of the most easiest indicators in technical analysis. And we'll talk about different time frames and periods, how to use those indicators. We'll talk about most popular and easy technical indicators. I will show you today real-time examples on several currency pairs and a couple of commodities. So those are exact recommendations of what to do, predictions and analysis of current situation of most interesting and profitable currency pairs nowadays. And we'll try to understand how to benefit on technical signals, how to place the right decisions in the sense of ranges, and how to put stop loss and take profit orders. So let's start, and let's move, as we usually do, to the exact practice, to our platform. And today we'll start from Euro US dollar, which is the most popular, most heavy volume traded currency pair, and we start from 1 hour chart. We definitely can see here an uptrend which started almost from the beginning of this year. We can see, well, let's try to understand what is a trend, how to identify it, and it's very simple rule. Once you see a consecutive number, several higher highs, like here we do, so the highs of the price are getting higher and the lows are also getting higher. You can see those shadows and the low range movements of the price. So that is always indicating that we are in the uptrend, that the price is going up, and then definitely we can see it even without any technical instrument. So let's make very simple, very easy thing. You know that this bar is for technical analysis. There are lots of tools for you to draw anything you want. Sometimes, you know, people even draw so many things and put so many technical indicators that they don't even see the price. It's funny, but some people use a lot of technical indicators. But let's just start with the most simple and easy thing, which is drawing a trend line. How do you do that? You click the thing and click and hold your mouse and just make it extended. So you let go of the button and you can see that the price have tried to test this yellow line several times. And just remember a simple rule that the more times the price is touching and bouncing back for the line, the more sustainable this line is. So it means that we see here a bottom line of this range, and we see that the price always tried to test it from the upside, but failed to break it through and bounce it back up. So this line can be considered as a support line, meaning that in case if you will see the price action coming closely to this range, it could signal you, it could give you a signal to buy this asset, because the price will come to the bottom line of this range. So next, what we see here, let's try to build a resistance line, and it's always the same but from the upside. So we just connect several points. We connect together several highs of this range of this movement. So we can see here a simple line which is indicating us that in case if the price will go up and meets this level, this line, it's always a sign that there is a huge probability of the price to bounce back. So in case if you are buying this asset and you see that the price is touching this upper yellow line, which is a resistance line, it's always a sign for you that you have to be careful, you have to be cautious of that, and it's better to take profit and wait for the price to bounce back in order to find levels of next entering into the market. So we can see now that the price is around 1.075, and we are very close to the upper side. We definitely see the uptrend here. So what also I usually recommend is to draw some kind of a median line. A line which divides all of the prices by 50-50. Approximately, you will never be able to draw a perfect line, but still you can make something which divides prices on two several parts. So I would draw something like this. You can see here that let's change the color of this line. Let's make it green. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, green. Okay, so we can see that this green line divides this trend that we observe on two different parts, two almost equal parts. And once the price is below the green line, we are in the downtrend, in the bottom range of this uptrend, I would say. And once the price is above this green line, you can say that there is a huge probability of moving up, of moving forward. And especially it's very easy to observe that in the last several hours the price definitely accelerated. You can see that the angle of this trend line, of this support line, I would say, is definitely much bigger than the yellow angle. So let me just change the color just not to confuse ourselves. This one would be red. Okay. So my point is that we definitely see that from January 20, after this downside movement, we observe an acceleration of the price action of the Euro USD climbing and going up. But at the same time, you can see that the green line became some kind of a support. Every time the price bounces back, every time you see downside movement like here, you see that this green line it could be used as a support line. So very aggressive players, very aggressive traders who prefer to enter into the markets often and to get their profit often. This green line is definitely good for them to use. So every time prices bounces back, for the aggressive traders, it's a good sign to buy this asset. So that's very easy and very simple. Now let's just try to delete all of these lines. I just want to show you a couple of more things as we have this example open. Okay, I will leave this green line. I like it. I really like it. The price is touched so many times and it's really good and very symmetric. So let's try to put a very easy technical indicator. The simplest one, it's the simple moving average. It just counts the closing prices. You can use open, high or low, but usually we talk about closing prices, which are very important for the technical analysis. The period of the simple moving average, it means that you can choose how many periods will count this indicator, the software, how many periods it will count to calculate the average price and to see this line. So I usually use the period of 89, which is one of the Fibonacci levels, one of the Fibonacci numbers. So let's take a look. And you can see this yellow moving line, and it's moving very equal to the green line that we made just recently. You can see that the angle of this line is very similar to the straight green line that we made just before. So it means that making such a line like a green one, which is not a support, which is not a resistance line, is very good in the sense of mathematics. It is showing us a range of average prices. So you understand that prices are always changing like waves, but they, at the same time, they are always trying to get into the average value. So those average, simple moving average, together with this green median line, are always useful to make the technical analysis. So what else? What else can we talk about here? Let's try to put some simple indicator like Bollinger Bands. I use default settings. It's the period of 20, deviations has to be 2. You can choose any color you like. Closing price, that's what I definitely recommend you. And what's the idea of this indicator? It is showing support lines, it is showing resistance lines. It is showing also this central is a moving average with a period of 20. You remember we made the settings with a period of 20. You can change it, of course, to 89, any period you want, but 20 is most widely used. So the main idea is that once you see the price bouncing from the upper line, it's definitely a sell signal. Once you see the prices moving to the lower range of the Bollinger Bands, to the lower line, it's definitely a buy signal, as we observe uptrend here. One more very important thing which can be used in this indicator. Once you see, like for example here, once you see that the lines are going in different directions, it means the higher volatility. And in this period, it's very important to understand what are the closing prices of the moving of the action of the market, because once you see, like for example here, that the price is able to close above the upper line of the Bollinger Bands, it's a strong signal that we can see higher prices in the very nearest future, not necessary just in a couple of hours. So it's always a good signal to find the next level to enter into the markets. Wait for a bounce back, like we observe it here, and buy it again. So you can see those are examples how this indicator works. It's very simple, very easy, and is very popular because it's showing you can use it several times. You can use it in both directions. So it's just kind of an example for you to understand. So if you would ask me, Andy, what are you going to do here in this price action, in this picture that you see technically? I would say, first, I would expect the price to bounce back, and we can see three levels. The first level is the bottom line of the Bollinger Band. The next is a green line that we made a draw, and the next is a yellow, which is a simple moving average. So the truth is always in the middle. So I would place some kind of a line. I would draw a line somewhere in the middle. Oh, it's not the best line. Sorry. Here we go. All right, we see here. This is a definitely good level to re-enter into the trend, to buy Euro USD and to wait for the higher highs. But it's not necessary that you would be able to see this level, and it depends on your strategy of the trading. So if you are a bit more aggressive trader, I would recommend you to buy somewhere here and to expect for some new movements on the upside. Well, what should I say? In case if we talk about reversals, it's not easy to understand looking in this picture. Are we heading into reversal? Some of analysts will say that we see here a head and shoulders pattern and the price is going to reverse, but I wouldn't be so definite in that sense. I feel that the price is going to continue going up at some more significant resistance levels, and in order to understand that, we must take a look at a bigger picture, at the period of time with, like for example, daily time frame. You have to understand that those time frames are much more important than just 1 hour. So let me just show you one more thing. An indicator which is MACD, moving average of convergence and divergence. I would recommend you to use default settings. You just click OK. You can see here that we do not observe any sign of reversal. So most probably the price action is going to continue going up. We don't see any sign of reversal here. We don't see any divergence. We do not see any signals, any certainty of that. So let's try to make another thing. Let me delete all of them, all of the indicators that we made, and let's try to switch to a daily chart. Alright, we see the downtrend here and some kind of consolidation over here at the end of December, at the beginning of this year, and we definitely see an uptrend after that. So the question is it still retracement or is it reversal and new trend forming? Let's try to use a very simple thing, which is Fibonacci level of the retracement. We can see a downside movement from this upper range. Okay, what do we see? We can see here that the price is nearing to a very important level, which is 38.2% on a daily chart, which is already a very strong resistance line. So in case if you are buying this currency pair, if you are long with Euro USD, please be cautious, be very careful at the level of 1.800 approximately, because it's a very strong resistance line. And squeezing and coming back to the initial downtrend as we had it before, I would say that we are still in the downtrend because the price is still bouncing for some percentage, some level of retracement that is usually takes place. So coming back again to the drawing lines, let me delete it just not to confuse. Let's just try to draw some kind of a resistance line for this downtrend. You can see one is here. We can draw another line which will be also important. Okay, something like this. I'm gonna just change the color. Okay, so you can see that the next resistance level for this currency pair is somewhere around 1.085 and maybe a bit more. So you need to see the price action, the momentum of the market trying to get into that level. So those are definitely good levels for you to take profit in case if you are buying Euro USD, and those are definitely long-term good levels to sell this pair and to wait to see the new lows. Okay, let's switch to another currency pair, which is dollar yen, United States dollar versus Japanese yen, and quickly let's make the same that we made it before. Again, we got 1 hour period, 1 hour time frame. Let's build, we see the downtrend, right? Let's try to build a resistance line. Here we go. Let's try to build support line. Very easy. You just connect. You can see them. You can see all of them just like this. Okay. Now we can see the downside channel. You would say, Andy, well, what is this? This is definitely below the support line. I would say, look, the market is very tricky, it's always tricky, and there are lots of fake breaks through, lots of fake signals, You can never make the right prediction of exact point of the reversal. Every time we talk about ranges. So this is just a fake breakthrough of this line, because you see that the price bounced back. And at the same time, you know, one of the most experienced traders said, I don't really remember his name right now, he said one important thing. In order to trade successfully, all you need is just one simple horizontal line. And you can see it here. Take a look. The price was trying to get into this level. It's 112.5 approximately. 112.50, 54. So we definitely see a strong support in this line. We definitely see that once the price is trying to test this level, there are sorry, there are lots of buyers, lots of people which who see that this price is attractive for longer positions. So we definitely see that the price, even with this downtrend, cannot break through, and this is a good support line for dollar yen on the downside. So it means that in case if you are shorting this pair, in case if you are looking for the level to sell it, I would recommend you to wait until the price will go up and to search some levels there. Let's take a look somewhere like here. So the price will try to test the resistance line, and those could be levels for you to open short positions. And you can see that it's just 114.40, somewhere around this level. So we definitely see that now the price is exactly in the middle of this range. We can even try to draw the median as we already used to make it with euro. Okay. You can see that this line divides exactly symmetrically, divides this downtrend on two parts. And we're still in the bottom side of this range, of the lower side. So for the most aggressive players, it's definitely a good level to sell it and to see the new lows. But again, remember about the support, which is this level, 112.5. In case if you're shorting dollar yen, it would be good for you to take profit before that level. In case if you are looking to buy dollar yen, definitely it would be better to wait for the next bounce on the downside. And don't forget about the fundamental analysis. We'll talk about this a bit later. So you can see how simple is that. Next, what do we have? One day chart, daily chart of Australian dollar versus United States dollar. Well, we see here lots of different stages, and we cannot identify the exact strong trend as we could see it before. So yes, it looks like we're going on the upside. For example, this line looks strong. It means that again, this is a median. It divides this chart in two parts, everything which is above and everything which is below. And it seems like we are going on the upside. But at the same time, we observe definite range. You can see the upper side of this range, you can see lower side of this range. It's definitely very easy to observe and to see such things. So it seems like we are in the range most probably. In order to understand that, there are additional tools in order to understand what are the levels, what is the direction of the market. Well, first of all, you can use several additional technical indicators. Let's try to look what is Bollinger Bands is showing us. Default settings. Here we go. We see huge volatility, right? We see an uptrend, but at the same time we are heading into the upper range, into a strong resistance levels. So I definitely wouldn't recommend you to buy this asset. It's a bit late. In case if you want to buy it, I would recommend you to wait for a bounce back. Okay, let's delete this indicator just not to put lots of stuff. Simple moving average, remember? Alright, 89, yellow, good. This is a good level. This is a good level to enter. This is a good level to buy in case if we could see such a gift from the market. So, but again, we have here a daily chart. Let's switch inside the day. Let's open the 1 hour chart, which is showing us that first of all we see here that the simple moving average with a period of 89 works very well. Sometimes we see fake breakthrough, but at the same time you can count that once the price is getting down to simple moving average is always a good buy signal. You see that? And same here, just several hours ago. So I would recommend you to wait for a pullback down to simple moving average and buy this pair again. Fundamentally, I would say two things. First is uncertainty of US dollar trend due to lost events, political events, but you know that all of eyes of traders of the financial markets worldwide and investors as well are just headed to the newest president, Mr. Trump, and lots of people are trying to understand what is going to happen next. So the US dollar has been weak, hasn't been showing a good performance for the last several weeks. So it's definitely one of the reasons of the Australian dollar going up against the US dollar. The second reason is that you have to understand that Australian economy always depends on the export of lots of commodities like gold, copper, lots of other commodities, nickel, zinc. So, and you can observe that the price of such commodities is going up, and it's always going up in times of uncertainty. In case if you don't really understand what is going to happen, people are trying to get back into the safe haven asset. People are trying to get back to the assets which will be in price. So, and definitely in case if we talk about the growing economy of the United States, it's always will have the consumption growing of such commodities. So there are both sides of one coin that are showing us that Australian dollar could continue its uptrend. So next we'll talk today about US dollar versus Canadian dollar. Wow, it's more than 1 hour I didn't see the price. Look, wow, what a level. So let me try to explain you a couple of things, okay? So we see the 1 hour chart here, and definitely we don't see a trend because the price action is down, up again, and we cannot identify the trend. So it's useless to draw any lines. It's useless to use some kind of simple support lines, simple trend lines, I would say. It's definitely we need to see bigger picture. We need to see much more sustainable and important level of the chart, which is a daily chart. But let me just try to tell you a couple of things. Just several hours ago, Mr. Trump, again, coming back to the main person last week's, Mr. Trump signed up an agreement to build pipelines, and those are very good signs for Canadian exporters of oil, and that's the reason why Canadian dollar is strengthening, why the USDCAD is falling. So definitely it's a kind of fundamental reason. But you can see that the momentum, the price action is very strong. We can see 200 pips in several hours. Take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours of the price action and 200 pips. So it means that in case if you were made such a prediction, in case if you sold the USDCAD 4 hours before and you used, for example, 1 standard mini lot, it would give you $200 of a net profit in 4 hours. That's Forex, guys. Okay, so coming back to the technical analysis and technical picture, what I would indicate is, let's just, okay, let me show you. I'm trying to squeeze the chart just to see a bit bigger picture, but seems like I got it on maximum. Okay, the trend line. It's not a trend line actually, it's a median. It's something that divides price again onto equal parts, a symmetric line. You can see here that the price action just broke through this median and the price is going back down to the bottom range, to the lower prices, and this is a definitely strong sell signal. It means that we could see lower prices of this pair in the upcoming hours, 8 hours, 16 hours, whatever. But still we must, before that, we must see the clear closing price of 1 hour below this green line, okay? Because you know, the price could bounce back up, and in case if the closing price will be above this green line and below the line we'll see just a shadow, just nothing, so it means that it's a fake breakthrough. Okay. I wanted to show you a very important level of support of USDCAD. Let me delete this line. Alright. You can see daily chart here. You can see a massive sell-off in the beginning of the year 2016, and from that time, somewhere in the beginning of May of 2016, the price is going up. The USDCAD is going up. We can even build a strong support line. Okay, we see that several times during the past year the price bounced back up from this line and all of the tests were unsuccessful. Were not successful. But at the same time we can see here that just recently, just during several weeks, we observed that the price is trying to get through this line. Very hard attempts to break it through. And I would say that in case if we'll see clear closing several days in a row, closing prices below this green line is definitely going to be a huge confirmation of the fact that this uptrend is over and the support line is broken through. So we definitely can see that the new trend could be forming, and maybe it's a good time to sell. But again, we are talking about a long-term situation. Okay, what else? Simple moving average for this pair, 89. Downtrend. Definitely we see that the price is in the lower range, is going down. Okay, one more thing which is also very important, horizontal lines, remember? Let me be precise. 131.5 is technically very important for USDCAD, and we can see that the action in the last days is definitely trying to break through this level sustainably. So it's again another strong signal that the price could continue its downside movement, and we can see lower lows. Even we could observe the price below 1.30 in the very nearest future. Okay, those are examples, very simple examples of how technical analysis works. Let's take a look quickly at the USD versus South African Rand. Okay, again, 1 hour is not giving us much picture. We're not really understand, but the daily chart is giving totally understanding that we are in the downtrend. We can easily draw the resistance line, and the support line, which is the funniest thing, will be horizontal. Wow, we see a triangle. This huge triangle, daily triangle, with a period of time more than a year, just imagine. So again, in case if we'll see a clear breakthrough of the prices below this level, below, let me check, below 13.2 or maybe 13.0, it would be a definitely breakthrough the support line, and it could signal us continuation of the downtrend. Especially if we talk about the weakness of US dollar in the last events that took place on the market. Okay, so let's try to put a couple of indicators. We see Bollinger bands. Okay, downside movement. Let's put MACD, which again is showing us nothing. Close it. There is one more indicator, relative strength index, which I use. 13 is a period. Well, it's definitely showing us that we are in the downtrend, and we are rather far from the oversold level, so it means that there is room for the price to go down more. But again, you have to put your eyes on the fundamental analysis. If we talk about the ranges, daily range to sell this pair is 13.8. As you can see, the green line we made it, and the Bollinger Bands upper range is showing almost the same picture. Okay, let's take a look at 1 hour chart. We can easily define the level of entering into the market. This is for conservative traders. This middle line is for aggressive ones. We got 13.4, and this is a good level to sell this asset and to wait for the continuation of the downtrend. All right, I promised you to show you a couple of commodities. We got gold. It's a daily chart, and lots of people started to say that we are just entering into the new uptrend of gold. let me show you one thing. Wow, what? That doesn't work. Fibonacci. I want Fibonacci retracement level. What is going on? Yes, Fibonacci retracement. Doesn't work. Okay, I will show it to you without this indicator. We can draw resistance line, which, well, this one is not correct. I don't know why the things are happening always with the asset. It's tricky. I was just trying to adjust it. Okay, doesn't work. Oh, finally I made it. Look, this green line is a very strong resistance line. Looking at the momentum, the price somewhere around 1250 is a good level to sell. 1240 is a good level to sell, because still we're in the downtrend. We don't observe any signs of reversal. We're still in the downtrend. What do we see here is just a retracement. So, but at the same time, the price action, the momentum is strong, and we can see upper, and we can see better levels to short the gold in the long term. And let's take a look at the situation in 1 hour chart. We definitely can observe a strong uptrend here. I'm trying to build the trend line. You see that once the price action will move somewhere to try to touch this line, it definitely will be the good level to buy it again, in case if we talk about short term. You know what I forgot to show you? It's the same daily chart. Wow, interesting. MACD. You see this? This is a divergence. This is a divergence. It's a strong signal, very strong signal. So we got, sell signal. We got two options. First option, in case if we'll see the price action going up in the upcoming days, in 2 or 3 days, that will be a huge divergence on an MACD daily chart, which is always a strong signal with a strong level, with a huge possibility of go down and draw new lows. So be cautious, be very careful about that. The second option, the second scenario that could take in place is some kind of a consolidation range here, just to wait before MACD histogram will come to zero back, and just after that renew the upside movement, just to avoid the technical divergence. So it's too early to sell it. Definitely don't sell it now. And I would even consider longs of gold, but to be very cautious, to be very tight stop losses. In case if you buy it somewhere here, make sure that the stop loss will be hidden somewhere below this level. Somewhere below this or this level, okay? So, and the same thing with the take profit order. It doesn't have to be much more, it doesn't have to be huge. If the market is giving you 50-70 pips of the profit, it's better for you to take your money and run. Okay, last asset for today is oil. And technically, we're not talking about consumption, production cuts, anything. We're just trying to take a look at the technical picture. And again, 1 hour chart is showing us a range with lots of movements on the upside, downside, upside, and again. So what can we see here is just a range. And again, the price is just in the middle of the range. We don't know where it's going to head. Upside, downside, it doesn't give us any information. So in order to understand, well, yes, of course, sorry about the lines, I forgot. Here we go. The line which is called median. And we can see that it's a resistance line for now. In case if we'll see the clear breakthrough, we could observe possible upper prices, but there is a chance that the price will bounce back and could give us better levels to enter into the markets. This is one example where we can buy it. This is more aggressive. I would even make it red, because red people, aggressive people. Okay, so you can see that there are several levels of the price to bounce back, and those will be good levels for you to buy oil and to get into the uptrend. What I wanted to show you on the daily chart of oil, let me just delete all of that lines again. Well, let's check the simple moving average first. I'm not sure about 89 if it's gonna work here. Okay, let's forget about it. MACD. Remember golden divergence? Boom. We see the divergence here. Okay, let me just make it a bit. Alright, now we can see the price. So, this is a buy signal. This is a strong buy signal on the daily chart, which is much more important time frame than 1 hour. This is a very strong and slow indicator. It's not like a fast moving stochastic. It's not like a fast moving RSI indicator. Is slow moving. It takes in count lots of period of time, and once you can observe such a rare signal like this divergence, is a definitely strong buy signal. It's an opportunity that market is giving you not so often. So my point is that we are heading to a very near-term upside movement of oil. It's not just oil, actually. There are lots of commodities I told you about, but definitely the price will try to test the resistance line on the daily chart. Let's try to figure out what are possible levels, what are possible targets in case if we will buy this asset. This line could be kind of a first target for us, and we can see that the price of 58, the price of 57.5 could be good level to take profits from the longs of oil. And we talk about more than 300 pips, just for a second. 300 pips of possible net profit in just a couple of days. So that's it. That's it for today. I showed you a couple of examples. I gave you a couple of trading ideas. Let's get back to the list and check if we... Alright, we've seen basics. We tried to use a couple of indicators. We drew many lines today, and I gave you a couple of examples how to use such instrument like technical analysis. Very simple and very easy, but at the same time very useful things that can give you and bring you money, bring you exact profits. Next webinar we'll talk about British GDP. We'll be trying to get ready to analyze the current situation with the US dollar, and Friday live trading session with the United States GDP for the first quarter. It's a very important economic event. Lots of things will be dependent on that report, and we will trade online. We will have an online trading session. So as usual, you can join our current exclusive list of traders who can receive weekly inside reports, active webinars, and private calls to help you to build your own trading strategy. December's analyst reporting generated just over 1,040 pips of profit for clients. And we have the Supreme Trader subscription, which includes weekly in-depth analysis report delivered to you in box, Monday morning GMT covering the most significant events during the past and the upcoming weeks, weekly exclusive webinar covering fundamental and technical analysis of the hottest asset in the market, one weekly live news trading event. It's the exact session that I was trying to tell you, and daily trading signals with the deep explanation of the background. Please contact Andy at currencyhouse.com in case if you want to subscribe, or in case if you have any questions. And one more thing, guys, if you think that you have a topic for us and you want to see an explanation of something that you don't understand, please feel free to write an email to ask us to make a webinar for some exact topic about Forex trading. All of your ideas, all of your questions will be appreciated much. Thank you guys for visiting, for attending this webinar. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I wish you good luck in trading.